Derek, how are you?
What's up, man? I'm good.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank
You're back?
Thank you.
You're back? You're back home?
Yeah, I'm back home. I got back home about 2 hours. So, yeah, I'm happy to be back home. Mission accomplished. Doing good.
And I appreciate you squeezing us in. Where are you right now? You're in your car? Where are you off to? I hope you're not driving at the moment.
No, I'm not driving. I was getting food, so I stopped, came back to my car, and was like, let me knock this out real quick.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you squeezing us in. Thank you, Derek. What is it like to go to Brazil, to go to Sao Paulo and knock out a legend like Lyoto Machida? Like, the place went completely quiet. Like, on television, it seemed like everyone was just stunned. But as the guy who did it, what was it like being a part of it?
It was crazy. I think Lyoto definitely wanted to fight me, I think, they brought me to Brazil, thought it'd be an interesting fight, thought it'd be a good fight to welcome Machida back. I think he liked the matchup, but yeah, to go out and get it done felt really good.
How did they treat you, the fans? I mean, you didn't do anything like Colby did in the previous fight, but did you feel uneasy at all? Did you feel like the fans were mad at you, that they were going home unhappy, that they were going to throw things at you? What was it like as you were walking out?
Nah, they treated me really good, They were very receptive throughout the whole week, asking to take pictures, sign autographs, telling me good luck. I had a lot of Brazilian fans like, I'm with you. I want you to win. You're a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it was good. Of course, they're passionate. They're passionate for their people. Kobe went a little crazy. He went a little excessive. I don't even know if he's really that guy. I think he's just trying to follow the Conor whole, people talking trash. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I guess everybody want to see it. It's kind of the fad right now. But I think if you go out and just put guys away, it'll speak for itself. And, you can do it that way, or you can, kind of talk a lot and try to create it that way.
What was the game plan going in against Machida, a guy who had not fought in 2 years? I mean, we've seen him enough now. We know what his style is. Did you think that the finish would come that early? As I just ran down, you have made a habit out of finishing guys in the first round, and I almost feel like that isn't talked about enough, as crazy as it may seem. But for you and your team, what was the actual game plan going in against Machida?
To be patient, to show maturity, to grow, to not come out here and just try to run people over, because it's stupid. You can't come out and just try to run everybody over. I made some mistakes. A lot of people underestimate me or don't really put too much stock into me. You look at a lot of fights in my career. Look at the Romero fight. I was a minute away from winning that fight. Look at the Whittaker fight. I was a couple punches away from winning that fight. I mean, I rocked him, and he was ultimately able to get the win. And those are fights where I made mistakes. And Anderson fight, maybe I was a little bit too patient, which I really don't think I was. I was just smart, trying to find a happy medium. So I really believe now that I'm training, I got a good, new, different Muay Thai coach who I've been working with, and I've been, just working a lot of different things, and it's all starting to come together.
How is it like? It definitely seems to me like you don't get enough attention. Like a guy, like if there was another guy who had that many first round knockouts, big guy, marketable guy, good looking guy, I feel like you don't get talked about enough, or I don't know. Like, and it's funny to say because you were in the main event, and I know it was Machida, but for some reason, it feels like there should be more buzz. Do you think it's because you don't talk smack? Do you think it's because you don't make enough noise? Why do you think it is? Or maybe you disagree.
I don't know. It's like this. So I heard you say it before I came on. Machida 39. This MMA is not a sport of how old you are. You can fight until you're 45, 50. If you're capable of fighting, it's a timing sport. It's not a NFL where you're running, you're doing like a 40-yard dash. It's not one of those sports, it's a lot of technique. Okay, if somebody say Machida's 39, okay, give me a younger guy in the division. Maybe, I don't know, Antonio Carlos or a guy that's making noise in the division that's younger. You guys will probably have me the favorite in that fight, but that's a younger guy. Look at a Hall fight. He's a good young striker. I won that fight, but you have a guy like Anderson who was 40, 41, and I wasn't able to finish him. That shows you that maturity takes you a long way in this sport. This is a MMA is more like a chess match, you know. If it was like 1 minute rounds, it would play to the athlete, but it's more of a chess match, you know.
And by the way, I'm not trying to say that, you know, him being 39 is the reason why you won, but there does reach a point where guys like they start to look old, right? And all I was saying was, okay, maybe the chin doesn't, maybe it doesn't hold up as much. Maybe he's able to take that punch and back. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not the one who's in there. That's just me kind of sitting back and watching. But I hear what you're saying as well. It's not trying to take away. I mean, that is a huge signature win for you. That is a massive win.
Well, it's like I've trained with some of the best in the sport, okay? I've trained with John for years, you know, and nobody really touches me. Machida was able to, like, you know, get in, close the distance. You know, I train with a lot of guys who you guys talk about all the time, who's been in the big fights, who've been former champs, and they're not really able to touch me when it comes to, like, striking. You know, Machida, 39, I mean, the guy is a career martial artist. If I hit anybody flush on their chin, I'm going to drop them. I mean, it just is what it is. If I can find that chin, I'm going to drop them. I hit hard, you know? So that's just more of it. When you have a guy, you say, okay, Machida's 39. He lost 3 in a row when he lost to me. What about if you have a guy like Pettis who lost 3 in a row? Does he need to retire also?
No.
When you're at the top, you have nowhere to go but below. You know, you can't go any higher. If you're the champion, you can't go any higher. So I see a lot of guys always looking at, oh, he lost 2 in a row, 3 in a row. What about Damian Maia? Okay, before everybody's like, oh, he might even retire now, but he just won like 9 in a row and was in a championship fight a fight ago, 2 or 3 months ago. So, I mean, I think everybody's so quick to really downplay or downgrade or, you know, take away from what's going on, opposed to like really looking at it and really respecting it and having respect for the sport and respect what's going on. Machida is the same Machida as he always been. He looked very good in his open warm-up, workout, whatever. And, you know, he was still elusive. He does the same thing that he's always done. I watch a lot of films on all my opponents. When I fought Uriah Hall, he did the same thing he's always done his whole career. He pulls back and he leaves his hands down. Machida does the exact same thing, which Rashad tapped in on in the post-fight. He was like, you know, he's not really, what did he call it? He said defensive responsible. You know, he pulls. He's a karate guy. He pulls his head back. You might be able to reach him with kicks to the legs, but it's harder to reach him to the head because he likes to pull his head back. If you take that extra step and you throw a punch, you're landing. So, you know, it's just all about articulating and putting it together.
Were you planning on calling out Rockhold afterwards, or did you do it because DC was there?
Well, no, it's like I'm at a stage. I got a new contract. I had a good contract. You know, I'm trying to put on good fights. I'm trying to get into big fights. I'm trying to maximize. You know, I want everybody like understanding how much hard work I put into, what type of guy I am. I want to be one of those guys like Rumble. Rumble didn't talk a lot. He just knocked people out, knocked people unconscious. And you guys respect it. Everybody respect him for that, you know? So, I mean, Rockhold, I believe, is number 1. Maybe, you know, you have, champion, interim, and 1 maybe? Or something like that.
Yeah, so, currently you have Whittaker as number 1 because he's interim, and then Rockhold, and then Romero, and then Jacare, Weidman, Anderson, and you. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. You know, he's a top guy, you know. Obviously, we know Whittaker. I can't ask for Whittaker because, you know, he's next in line for to bring the titles together. So 100%. Let's say in my last, 7 fights, I've lost to Whittaker and Anderson.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I have the rest are 8 fights. Is it 8 fights? I have 6 finishes. I lost to Whittaker and Silva, and we know how the Silva fight went, you know.
Yeah. Still think you
won.
So,
I mean, I don't get a lot of respect, but I'm here for the big fights. I'm here to try to make some waves. So with that being said, I'm open to Jacare fight. I'm open to Rockhold fight. I'm open to a Weidman fight. And definitely open to a Romero fight, but I want to let his steroids cool off a little bit more. You see who the real fighter is. I said it.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm open to all these fights, you know.
You think he was using when he fought you?
Jacare fought. Hell yeah, of course he was. You know, come on. I mean, guys can play the system. It's cool. It's whatever. You got away with it. But come on, you had a PED, a steroid in your body. You played the system. You got away with, you know, not doing it 2 years. So it is what it is. I dominated him in every facet of martial arts in that fight. He was able to, you know, he had a little bit more left. He was able to explode out of positions where, you know, I normally trap guys and pound them out. But, you know, when you got all those enhancements pumping through your body, you're able to, you know, go the extra mile. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm open to fight anybody. I want the big fights. Whatever fight my agent can talk to, you know, Dana or whatever, and say, okay, we want this number one contender fight. After these titles are unified, whoever gets me that title shot next, then let's do it.
Yeah, so the belt is on the line, of course, this Saturday. Who do you have in that fight, Bisping or GSP?
That is so crazy. What if they double knock each other out and they both retire, and then we have like Whittaker versus someone, you know?
That's what you want? You want to get rid of both of them?
That's what I want. Yeah,
why?
Double knock each other out and they both retire.
You're done with those guys?
No. Well, Bisping, he don't want to fight. He says he don't want to fight much longer. He had the eye injury that was done by Vitor. You know, like it's bull, but it is what it is. And he don't want to fight much longer. GSP, I don't know. I don't think he really wants to stay around at 85. I don't know if that really makes a lot of sense for him to stay at 85. But it's funny. I thought of a situation where, you know, let's say GSP win. GSP and Whittaker fight. GSP win that.
Yeah.
I win a big fight. Boom. Derek Brunson versus GSP.
Could you imagine?
So
why do you want him to get knocked out then?
So.
Why do you want him to get knocked out?
No. I said double knockout. I wasn't picking on any one particular person. I said double knockout. They both go away. GSP doesn't belong in the weight class. You know, he didn't really, you know, climb the ladder in the weight class.
Yeah, but he's the freaking
really
welterweight king. Like he defended the belt for 9 times. He goes up. What if he wins? All of a sudden, now you have GSP in your weight class. And all of a sudden, like, you have this big money fight that's potentially there. That's good for guys like you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, I'm not tripping. Stay. I mean, I don't want him to go away. I'm saying hypothetically. Yeah. What if they both retire? Because GSP's like, you know, up and down. Bisping expressed that he's not going to fight much longer. So what if they both go away? And then we have like a crazy division, you know? And one thing about my division, everybody always say all these divisions are, you know, the best division. You know, my division consists of people who built this sport, you know? Anderson, Lyoto, you know, all these guys been around for a long time. You know, Chris Weidman upsetted Anderson after all these years, you know. I don't know. Let me ask you a question, Ariel.
Please.
Who did you have? How did you see the fight going?
Which fight?
Me and Lyoto.
Who did I think was going to win?
You didn't have me 100% winning. You can't say that.
Honestly, like I can't say I didn't. Now I can't go on the record here and say, because I don't make picks beforehand. You know why I don't make picks beforehand?
Okay.
Because guys get mad at me, and I want you guys to come on my show, so it doesn't really behoove me to say, oh, I think Derek Brunson is going to knock out Machida, and then Machida finds out and gets mad at me and doesn't want to talk to me ever again. So there's really no, like, there's really no end game there, right?
It's very good. It's very good to play it there. But I'm saying, did you think you thought I was going to win that fight?
I'll say this. When you won the fight and how you won the fight, considering what you've done over the past 2 years, did not shock me at all. Did not surprise me. I wasn't stunned. Okay. I didn't have my mouth open. I was like, there goes Derek Brunson again. There were more questions about him than you going into that fight.
How quality of a win do you think that was? Being that he was off and all this.
Big time. That was big time.
Here's my thing. Here's what I want the media to talk.
Please, tell me.
Talk about. Is that Machida looked good. His counters looked good. He was in and out. He got caught. You know, he tried to pull out, and I was able to counter right at that point.
Here's why. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys love Musashi. Okay,
Musasi's
you guys
good.
love Mousasi. Mousasi is like hot fire right now. Okay,
Yeah.
Mousasi left and he beat Chris Weidman. Okay, he hasn't went over Chris Weidman.
It was controversial.
Okay, let's rewind it back, maybe. Correct. Hey, regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know. And 3 fights before that, pretty sure Machida pretty much dominated Mousasi, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that wasn't too long ago. And that same fighter that fought Mousasi was present that night, you know. Mousasi is a guy who he strikes. He got beat in striking. Machida outstruck him. Machida's elusive. You know, he's just, you know, that's just the fighter that he is, you know. Mousasi's not a big power puncher. He's a volume puncher, you know. So Machida beat him pretty good, you know, and Mousasi left the UFC. He was 4, and that wasn't too long ago. So
Yeah. Did you see his fight? Do you see his fight against Flamenco?
I did.
Who won?
I did. Who won? I came in at the back end of that fight, to be fair. I came in at the back end, but I think I saw enough to think that, ooh. How do you pronounce his name?
Flamenco.
Not Mousasi.
Flamenco.
Flamenco. I might have would have gave him the edge, and you know, being with the eye, I gave him the third, right? I think everybody gave him the third.
Yeah. It was really
the second
first
was the
Mousasi.
toss-up, I believe.
That was the second was the real toss-up, though, the one that kind of divided everyone.
The second was when he hit him, right?
No, the first was when he got hit in the eye.
Oh, okay. See, like I said, I came in the back end of that fight.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought I kind of thought he lost that fight, you know?
Okay.
By
the way,
and like I said, there's some good fighters over there. Huh?
No, go ahead.
There's some good fighters over there. Like one of my training partners here that doesn't get enough credit, John Salter. I think he's the best middleweight over there.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I think he beats. I know he'll beat Flamenco, and I think he beats Mousasi also. But I think he's the best middleweight over there for sure. Mousasi's good. You can't take that away from him. But you know, that was a fight that I would have loved to get. I mean, nothing against that guy. There's no need to talk about him or hone in on him because we have no business. You know, we're in 2 different organizations. But my point is that he left on a high note, and Machida dominated him on the feet, dominated him in the fight, 30-27 from my memory. And, you know, that wasn't too long ago. I mean, we definitely got to, you know.
And by the way, the biggest thing that you have, the biggest argument that you have in your favor is that, like, it's not your first knockout in your last 10 fights. This is something that you're consistently doing. So the fact that you just did it to Machida, to me, is just another step up on the ladder. So he's the biggest name that you beat so far. And you're right. Like, okay, so maybe I shouldn't have mentioned his age. I was just trying to paint the picture there, but there's nothing to take away from you there. That is the natural progression of your career. You had to take a little bit of a step back after the Anderson fight, I guess, because they called it a loss, even though I still think it was a win. And now here you are climbing that ladder. To me, there's like 2 fights or 3 that make sense for you next. Rockhold, go for the top guy available. Love that idea. Weidman, he's coming off a nice win. And then if not, maybe Jacare, but I know Jacare is coming off a surgery as well. But you're right in that discussion. Hopefully after Saturday, the picture opens up a little bit and we can start rolling with, you know, Whittaker unifies the belts and we can start rolling with this whole division. By the way, I have to ask you, because I talked about it earlier, DC texted me, you know, I was talking with him about the interviews and everything, and he said to me, what's up with Derek Brunson's hair? He looks like one of the Temptations. He said that, I think he said that to you as well. What's going on with the hair? Tell us what's happening. Can we get a shot of the hair? What's happening with the comb over and everything?
Nah, it's pretty crazy. I'm headed to the barber after I finish with you, you know. This fight I planned on it being ugly. So I didn't really care. I was like,
I thought it was awesome. How did you comb it over like that though?
Yeah, you like that? The comb over, I just brush it to the side, you know. When the older you get, you gotta be a little bit more creative. That's it.
Well, I saw,
to the side, man, be a little more creative.
They interviewed you and I was like, wait a second, Derek Brunson's rocking a comb over now? When did this happen? That was the
comb
first,
over,
right?
dog. Comb over.
How did you do that?
Hey, he's just jealous because his hairline goes all crazy like the Batman.
You didn't take it as a compliment? Temptations were great.
Yeah, nah. It was a. I tell the guys, if you have a bad hairline yourself, you cannot make hairline jokes. I don't care, you know. So DC is a guy with a bad hairline.
You're shaving it off?
I'm maybe a cut a little low. I don't know, man. I might grow it out again, like when I had the longer hair. I had like a flat top.
Oh yeah, so. yeah.
Kind of like Aljamain.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna go that high?
Yeah. I mean, it take me a while, and it's called an ugly stage where you have to like, look a little different because you have to like try to shape it, and it's like it's not really worth it.
You want to go through all that, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like now that you're not fighting, you're out of the spotlight. It's a good time to do it. You come back, big fight. You got a sweet haircut.
This is correct. That's my cousin. Like, don't cut it, man. Just ride it out. I'm like, but look, but so yeah, I might do that. All right. You know, this is the perfect time. Put a hat on. Go somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. So DC just being a hater. I thought it was a compliment. I thought it was sweet.
Hater.
But
yeah.
All right. Okay.
For
all
sure.
right. When do you want to come back, Derek? What's the plan in your opinion?
I'm hearing UFC coming to North Carolina. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
When?
For real.
When?
Pretty soon, man. Pretty soon.
What? So
I don't know.
Part of those plans?
I don't know if that makes sense.
Why not?
It doesn't make, but it does. It wouldn't make sense for any guy that I want to fight for their timetable. Like you said, Jacare. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can get up that fast, or I don't know if Rockhold will want to get up that fast, or if Weidman want to get up that fast. You know, so we'll see. But I definitely love to fight in my home state that I've been like campaigning, texting Dana like, we need to get a fight back in North Carolina. Like everybody on my Facebook is like, yo, we need to get a fight back in North Carolina.
Are we talking like January, February? Because this year is up, right?
You're pretty good, Ariel. You're pretty good,
All right.
Ariel.
Okay. Which part of North Carolina? There's lots of parts, right? There's Greensboro, there's Charlotte, there's Wilmington. We'll find out.
Pretty good, Ariel.
So that's the one you want to be on, though, right? You versus
I
Rockhold,
I think so.
5-round main event, North Carolina. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
First, let's get that hair. Let's get that hair done. Did.
Yeah. Come on, Ariel, man. Like, you need a little haircut too, man. Hey, you and your boy kind of look alike. What's the guy named that from Brazil? From
Brazil. Oh, Guilherme. The reporter?
Yeah. You guys look alike, man. What's going on?
Well, that's a compliment. I thought you were going to call me Drizzy Drake. I get that a lot. People say I look like Drake. No?
Come on, man.
What are you talking about?
Hey, look, don't try to toot your own horn, man.
I'm just saying. That's what people say. They say I look like Drake. I mean, the nose is a little bigger, but the beard, the hair, you don't see it?
I see it. Okay.
Thanks, my man. Thank you.
You look like Drake. You're married, so you don't have to worry about getting girls like Drake.
Respect. That's right.
It's all good.
All right.
It works out.
Derek, thank you for checking in after the flight. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the victory, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right. There he is. Derek Brunson stopping by. Big win over Lyoto Machida. A very young and spry Lyoto Machida, I might add.